All right, brother. Out of respect for what you wrote, I went and I read Judges. Now, I hope, out of respect, you will go and read Numbers 22 through 31. Now, in Judges, as he said, the Israelites skirted around Moab and didn't enter Moab. But let's use critical thinking here. It talks about, in Numbers, how they were on the plains, they settled on the plains of Moab. It talks about the argument between Balaam and Balak. But then, my brother, it talks about how the Israelite men went in and had sex with the Moabite women and gave praise and participated in sacrifice and ate the sacrificial meal and gave themselves over to Baal. You have to go into the towns and go into Moab to do that because the temples are inside of Moab. This happened in Peor, which is in Moab. It then talks about how Moses was commanded by God to establish an army of 12,000 men and send them into battle against the Moabite people and the Midianites. By the way, the Midianites are the priest cult of the Moabite people. Remember Jethro, Moses' father-in-law? Midianite. Zipporah, Moabite woman. Moses' wife, i.e. It talks about how these armies went in and they destroyed and burned every town and city in Moab. They went into Moab. You got to go in there to burn them. You can't like burn them from somewhere else. They didn't have, rockets. They talk about after the battle how the Israelites, and not one of them died, brought the spoils from Moab to the plains of Moab. No disrespect, brother, but can you not see how the contradictions within this book are demonstrating themselves? I thank you for providing that. Because when you look at it, you see that one book will say they didn't go into Moab, while the next book says that they went into Moab in order to destroy these cities, in order to have sex with the women, in order to bow down and worship Baal. They had to go into the city. And matter of fact, Balaam and Balak were arguing because the Israelites were in the plains of Moab and they had seen what the Israelites had done to the Amorites according to the story. I'm not trying to take your belief, but what I'm asking you to do is use critical thinking in order to measure your belief compared to facts. And in this case, it's the facts that the Bible itself is actually providing in the story.